there, Dark Star here. We have another thunderous departure today. Love it. So we're on leg 32. We're going from Port Blair up to Chiang Mai in Thailand. Set in a valley. So I've never flown into here. That's part of why I'm doing these tours, and we're in a little bit different plane today. We're gonna do the PC-24. I've flown it a lot, but not in quite a while, actually. So I thought it might be kind of fun to take it out in this mess. I don't even remember. Do we have a luggage compartment? I think we do, but I don't think it opens from here. Got all the fun walk around inspection stuff, but alright, it has been a while. I recall there's some overhead stuff. Yes, there does appear to be. That is how you start the engines. Oh good, we have a throttle. I was worried. Got a few breakers here. Emergency lights are armed by default. Wow, 280 hours, huh? Yeah, I think I've been in here before. A little bit of a cramped cockpit, to be honest. Like you're kind of right in there. Let's see if we can pick a better view spot for like that, maybe. Alright, and I think this one auto closes the doors, so we're just gonna pretend like everybody got on board here. I think the exciting stuff happens up here initially. Let's go ahead and get our initial batteries on. Ah, shoot.
System test.
I thought I got everything started. As usual, forgot that one. Alright, looks like we're talking to tower on 1181. Clearance. Pilatus 750 Delta X-ray. We'd like to get our IFR clearance to Victor Tango Charlie Charlie. And I forgot to change my config. Let's switch that.
Citation 0 Delta X-ray, information correct. Clear to Chiang Mai. After departure, fly radar vectors UNSOD, then as filed. Runway 04, initial climb 4000, departure on 123.50, squawk 4446.
Cleared to Chiang Mai after departure, radar vectors UNSOD, then as filed. Runway 04, initial climb 4000, departure 123.5, squawk 4446, 0 Delta X-ray.
Zero Delta X-ray, read back correct.
Let's see, we got...
Hey folks, welcome on our trip to Chiang Mai. I'm Emma, and I'll be looking after you today. Please take your seats and stow your hand luggage comfortably. If you need any assistance, feel free to reach out to me. Thank you for flying with us today.
Okay. Rims. Air brakes. Flaps, no reversers. IPS mode, auto. Cabin altitude, auto. Okay. Fort Blair Tower, Pilatus 750 Delta X-ray is ready to push and start.
Pilatus 0 Delta X-ray, push and start approved. Face southeast.
Push and start southeast, 0 Delta X-ray.
Pilatus 0 Delta X-ray, cross runway 22. Then continue taxi via
Dude.
Whiskey 5, Whiskey 3, Whiskey 1, Echo.
I haven't even pushed yet, man. I'm just gonna go to here.
Approaching runway 22.
Folks, we'll be getting underway shortly, so please make sure your seatbelt is fastened and any loose items are secured. Your safety is important to us, so please pay close attention to the upcoming safety demonstration. It contains important information even for frequent flyers. To fasten your seatbelt, insert the metal tip into the buckle until it clicks. To tighten, pull on the strap. To release, lift the buckle. Please keep your seatbelt fastened whenever the sign is
Approaching
illuminated.
runway
I'll now
22.
show you where your life vest is located and how to use it.
Master run.
In the unlikely
right
event of an
engine
emergency,
start.
oxygen masks will drop down from above. Pull the mask towards you, place it over your nose and mouth, and breathe
okay.
normally. Remember
That's
to
weird.
secure your own mask before assisting others. Thank you for your attention.
Okay. Run. Start. Generator on right. You'll boost on left. Alright, very important now, you get your bleeds on. And you can go windshield auto and IPS starts. I think this is really like off if I remember correctly. Alright, we got all kinds of lights down here and brightnesses and parking brakes. Okay, there's our engines. All right, let's go flaps. And a little bit of trim. I recall it doesn't take much. Oh, one thing we didn't do yet for sure is check our fuel. 3270. Okay. have no cargo apparently. Preview of your seats. They have not been loaded yet. Well, if we're going to do that, let's load up some cargo too. Yeah, about there, right? I can't remember if this plane wants flaps 8 or 15. I guess let's go 15. Still green, I think that's okay. Parking brake is on. Alright, let's see. Let's get our Q and H dialed in. So for some reason, Comp 2 is not coming in. Let's see, Com 2. Parking brake, batteries, flight plan, we'll do in a second here. Altimeter I'm trying to get, but I can't get the radio to work. Let's try it on COM 1. 1, 2, 6, 4. We'll switch over real quick. Okay, why am I still not getting any ATIS? Why does that say? Okay, 1264, it's there. I thought that was the frequency for a moment there. I mean, we were hearing them, why can I not get ATIS? Maybe ATIS isn't working? Let's just get it from here. Okay, 1011. Those are linked. Also want to check arrival altitude 1,000 feet. And 1012. Okay, so not much pressure change for all these storms. Can we swap back? Okay, that's working. Alright, fuel quantity check. Yep, that's confirmed as well. Passenger signs, I believe I got on earlier, right? Yes, I did. Okay, nav is on, oxygen's on, beacon's on, power levers idle, engine master, flaps selected, trims are set, flight controls, avionics, we're gonna do in a minute. Before takeoff, brakes, flight instruments, CAS. Let's see, we're gonna do that in just a moment. Let's see. Okay, we already got taxi clearance. Normally we would select it. So let's go ahead and make sure taxi light's on. It is. And let's go ahead and get wing on and logo, just for visibility. Alright, now we need to deal with our flight plan and make sure this looks okay. So UNSOD, BOMAS, PUMAM, UPDOS. This should be on the arrival after PUMAM into okay, cruise altitude is going to be 450. If you click on this and you don't get purple, then you click over here. And then anytime you click in an input field, it'll automatically go purple and you'll be able to enter it. See, fuel, weight, oops. All right, runway 22, rotate at 96. Looks like we're approaching 36, PUMAM 2 Alpha, yada, yada, yada. These are all a lie. Okay. The most important things here are to get your weights entered, your altitude entered here, and your and then this is where you would change your SID, and this is where you would change your star. And we're gonna send those, and we can see those here now. And if you want synthetic vision, you go here or here, you click right on it, synthetic vision on, and then you got weather radar, TAWS as well, traffic or not. And you can put some of those on up here as well. Alright, our initial heading is, we'll do that in a minute. Altitude was 4,000? Yes. And 123.5. Okay, we're on tower right now, 1181, departure on 123.5. Squawk set, trims are set, flaps are set. Flight plan is sorted. Alright, let's see. So cross runway 22. Parking brake off. Okay, brake check. Steering check.
Approaching runway 22.
Oh, okay. So curiously, Very curious. We're cleared to take off runway 4, which is the opposite way here. This would be 22. Why am I going the wrong way? I'm really curious to see if we can make Comp 2 work.
On runway 22 remaining. 7,000 feet.
Oof. It doesn't look like we're going to hit severe weather on the way out. That's your terrain awareness. Nice. All right, we're gonna call this good. We don't need to go all the way to the beginning. Confirmed runway 4.
On runway 4 remaining. 4,800 feet.
All right, holding the brakes. I think I forgot to get my strobe and landing lights on before entering the runway. We are heading that way. All right, I think we're set. Let's do a run up. Okay. All right, I don't remember if this is a toga mode plane, but we're gonna hit toga mode. No. That's not good, so we're just gonna go heading, and we're gonna go, let's see, let's go vertical speed. What, 1,500 probably-ish. Alright, and then I think we arm autothrottle. It's showing blue. Okay, rotate was a 96. There's 80. Right. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Approaching runway 4.
Okay, gear up. Okay, flaps coming up to 8. Flaps coming all the way up.
Pilatus 0, Delta X-ray, contact departure.
Going to departure, 0 Delta X-ray. Departure, Pilatus 750 Delta X-ray is with you at 1,500, climbing 4,000.
Pilatus 750 Delta X-ray, Port Blair departure, radar contact. Climb flight level 450, maintain present heading, direct UNSOD when able, then as filed.
Climb flight level 450, maintain present heading, direct UNSOD when able, then is filed, 0 Delta X-ray. Okay, now I can't see squat. Thank you, auto lighting. That's very helpful.
Pilatus 0 Delta X-ray, contact Colombo Oceanic on 136.73, squawk 2000.
Contact Colombo Oceanic on 136.73, squawk 2000, 0 Delta X-ray. Alright, we're gonna go autopilot on. You're kidding me, man. Okay, we're in heading mode. We want to go that way a little bit. And then we want to go nav. And we want to get these lights off. Alright, and we need to get our squawk to 2,000. Come on, what's going on? Okay, we'll do it the hard way. Colombo Oceanic, Pilatus 750 Delta X-ray is 8,800 feet, climbing flight level 450. I guess that's good enough.
Pilatus 750 Delta X-ray, Colombo Oceanic departure identified. Good morning.
I was just wondering if
Dear
I was gonna have
guests,
to go
use of approved
anti-ice.
electronic devices is now permitted in flight mode. I will be starting the cabin service shortly. Thank you
Okay.
for flying with us today.
Yaw dampener's on, flaps are up. MCP is set with auto throttle. Landing and taxi lights are off. Okay, we're climbing up into the flight level, so we're gonna go standard. Standard. And then, that's already on standard. I guess that's the only function we really have on that one. Alright, let's switch to flight level change. I got some messages here. Check, check. Fuel quantity is good. This plane is very thirsty if you don't get it up to 45,000.
Departure Victor Tango Golf Juliet Hotel 2000 for 4,000.
Victor Tango Golf Juliet, Hotel Center radar contact. Climb and maintain 13,13,000.
Climbing 13,13,000. Victor Tango Golf Juliet Hotel.
Okay, outside temperature 9, cockpit is 2021. Okay.
Pilatus 0 Delta X-ray, contact Yangon Center on 127.750, squawk 4445.
Contact Yangon Center on 127.75. 0 Delta X-ray.
Pilatus 0 Delta X-ray, not seeing you on radar. Double check 4-4-4-5.I-dent again.
Well, which one do you want? Why is it not working? Yangon Center, Pilatus 750 Delta X-ray is with you. Flight level 206, climbing flight level 450.
Pilatus 750 Delta, X-ray. Yangon Center, roger. Climb flight level 450. Pilatus 0 Delta X-ray, radar contact. 39er northeast of Port Blair at flight level 210. Port Blair, QNH 1010. Maintain present heading, direct UNSOD enabled. Then own navigation. Pilatus 0 Delta X-ray, contact Colombo Oceanic on 136.0. decimal 73, squawk 2000.
Okay, I found the bug. So now what are they saying? Go to Oceanic, squawk 2000. Colombo Oceanic on 136.73, squawk 2000. 0 Delta X-ray. Why won't it let me enter the frickin' code? Come on. Colombo Oceanic, Pilatus 750 Delta X-ray is with you at flight level 266, climbing flight level 450.
Pilatus 750 Delta X-ray, Colombo Oceanic departure identified, Superbat.
Superbat. All right, we're getting some icing, so we're gonna go all on. I have a little light that tells me. It's weird, like it doesn't really work right, like manual doesn't really, I don't think there's any manual, and auto doesn't always mean auto. Like now it says it's on. So I don't know. Where's everybody? Very roomy. Okay, light toggles. Oh, hey, the trays work. So let's see, we can go seatbelt lights off here. No smoking stays on. So that is not clearing the ice, even though it says that. That's supposed to be the nacelle only or something. And that like instantly cleared the ice light.
Departure, Victor Tango Delta Charlie, India 2000 for 4000. Victor Tango Delta Charlie, India, center radar contact, altitude restrictions cancelled, maintain VFR. Out of 2000 for 13,3000, Victor Tango Delta Charlie, India.
I think doing these cross-oceanic flights in a real jet, small jet, would be terrifying. Bad enough in a big jet.
Departure, Victor Tango Hotel 2000 for 4000. Victor Tango, Hotel Center radar contact. Maintain VFR at or below 13,13,000.
Out of 2000 for 13,13,000, Victor Tango Hotel.
So one thing we can do is we can go here, and this will hide and show that. And if you go to this one and do it, it brings up this option. So especially here, you can change your config, XY wind, magnetic heading, aero sync enable, that's left and right the same. I like the flight path vector flight director. Turn the steep approach on. What's up, Doss? Okay, and like one thing we can do here, we can put in speed restrictions. So we can say cross speed, say 180. So now we have that 180 speed restriction here. Okay. Put that back up. Gets a little jumbled up there.
Dear guests,
You know what?
I will now
Oh
begin
my
the
God.
snack and beverage service. Today, I have some delightful options for you, including our signature gourmet sandwiches and refreshing fruit juices. After the service, I'll have some special items available for you to enjoy. Thank you for flying with us.
So what I was gonna say is, I think the real problem with this plane is maybe the drag is too high. We'll see what speed we get up to, but I don't think it, I don't know. I feel like it struggled to get up to speed, but it looks like it's getting there. We'll have to see. It does burn too much fuel though, especially down lower. But they did fix the double fuel burn problem. But it's still not quite right. So I'm hoping we brought enough fuel. Let's see. So this has an interesting way of checking that. So first of all, we've got our time en route here. So 1 hour, 22 minutes. Yeah, hour and a half. But why is it saying our ground speed is 200? Our ground speed's 348 right now. Which we're fighting a headwind, which isn't gonna do us any favors, but so I'm not sure what that is. So fuel remaining. And gross weight. So we're going to be pretty slim if this is accurate. It should lower the fuel burn a little bit when we get to cruise here. We could also opt to cruise a little slower. Let's even do 0.71. There it goes. Still burning fuel out, full out basically.
Pilatus 750 Delta X-ray, Colombo Oceanic, contact Yangon Center on 127.750, squawk 2233.
Going to Yangon Center on 127.75, squawk 2233, 0 Delta X-ray. Yangon Center, Pilatus 750 Delta X-ray is with you at flight level 450.
Pilatus 750, Delta X-ray, Yangon Center, identified. Good morning.
Take the comms for a while.
I'll take over the comms for now, Captain.
Alright, let's see if we can figure out the comm radio thing. I hope this is... I don't know why both of these would come on. That's weird. It's not showing the actual standby frequency. That's not swapping and closing. I have no idea what that thing is doing. Oh, pretty weird. So when I click this on, it does say it's monitoring COM2, but I'm not getting anything. I don't know if anything's coming through, or if it should be. And I don't know how I would talk on that frequency, because these top buttons aren't active. And in theory, I have a binding nav1 comm transmit on. Yeah, it's supposed to swap to COM2 transmit, COM1 transmit. But I don't know if it's working. So that just swaps. So it did pull back a little bit on the fuel flow, not much. Hey, co-pilot, can you brief us on the approach?
We'll be arriving in Chiang Mai on runway 36 using the ILS approach. We'll be flying the PUMAM 2 Alpha arrival. Transition level is 130 feet. After the star, we'll intercept the ILS to runway 36. Weather at arrival shows winds 220 at 4 knots, scattered clouds at 2,200 feet, and drizzle. In the event of a missed approach, we'll follow the published missed approach procedure. Squawk code remains 2233, and approach frequency will be 120.65. We'll configure for landing with flaps 30. Final approach speed will be 135 knots. I think we're ready for the arrival, Captain.
The visibility is only 3 with drizzle. Chiang Mai, I have information hotel, winds 220 at 4, temperature 24, QNH 1009er.
Got it, Captain. Information hotel received for Chiang Mai.
So let's see, when
Yangon Center, Victor Tango Golf Juliet Hotel, flight level 400.
Victor Tango Golf Juliet Hotel, Yangon Center, roger.
I think that's armed. Okay, so we're showing fuel at arrival now of 700 pounds. That's like maybe enough to do a mist. I think in this plane, let's go bump it up to see where's the percent button? There it is, 25%. Let's take it up to, I don't know what, 40% more? Plus a little 500 buffer. See, we're only supposed to burn 2215. This is supposed to be the buffer. That should almost be 1,000-pound buffer. But it wasn't really. Oh, no, not that.
Yangon Center, Victor Tango Alpha Mike Bravo, flight level 230.
Victor Tango Alpha Mike Bravo, Yangon Center, roger.
I really like some of these displays. I like the way this one is broken up. You can kind of see a lot of stuff at a glance. I wish it had some modes for things. But I really like this environmental summary. The fuel summary is nice. I don't know what this is supposed to do. This could have more modes on it. Like maybe like quick modes even. So you could just select dunk, 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 instead of having to go down here and do stuff. I also like how clear.
Asia 251, flight level 220.
How clear a lot of it is.
Asia 251, Yangon Center, roger.
Okay, well I'm gonna go COM2 and 127 425 just to see if anything will come in. Okay, 127 425. We're in theory monitoring. Say intention shows it is active. I don't know if there's some kind of issue with the volume. That's all the way up though. Let's see, let's also try, can we go to nav 2? No, I don't think I can I? Yeah, okay. That works. 1126.
Yangon Center, Air India 2333, flight level 370.
Air India 2333, Yangon Center, roger.
And then you can put, so I'll put that on nav 2, so let's put this guy up.
X-ray. Contact Yangon Center on 127.750.
Contacting Yangon Center on 127.75. Pilatus 750 Delta X-ray.
Yangon Center, Pilatus 750 Delta X-ray. Good morning at flight level 450.
Okay, and our ILS is on 1099.
Thai 323, Yangon Center, Roger.
Okay, that's our minimums, 1420. Our arrival airport altitude is just right at 1,000 feet. What are the minimums for our ILS Zulu runway 36 approach?
I can't provide the minimums for the ILS Zulu runway 36 approach. You might want to check the approach charts for Chiang Mai International Airport for that information.
But you can do a briefing on it. So in the coming weeks, supposedly they're going to add Navigraph.
Delta X-ray. Expect the PUMAM 2 Alpha arrival. Prepare to descend in roughly 20 minutes.
Expect the Puma 2 Alpha arrival. Preparing to descend in about 20 minutes. Pilatus 750 Delta X-ray.
They're adding say intentions and Navigraph charts integration, so it'll be able to automatically open the charts you need and answer questions about them, I think, as well as do the briefing. Which is quite interesting and complex, because there's a lot of variables on the charts. Like, how do you know which, like, even if we just look at this Puma 2 Alpha, right? like just from this, how do you know what Puma 2 Alpha is? Because there's a number of different ones on here. So we come into Rigta here. Let's check that, make sure that's right. Okay, PUMAM. Let's switch to here. Yes, that's a restriction. UPDA's 220 knots. Flight level 110 to 130. And then 101, 102, 103. And then at flight level 110. Below 8,000, Rigta, above 6,600, max 210 knots. Then we switch to the ILS.
Myanmar 335, flight level 180.
Myanmar 335, Yangon Center, roger.
So Rigta is 19.5 nautical miles out. Then we got a LASIX at 10.2. And then 3662 here. I think I want to change this. I want to cross at 140 here. And this one I want to be still 180.
Yangon Center, Royal Bhutan 131, flight level 330.
Royal Bhutan 131, Yangon Center, roger.
Yeah, because even this is still 7.3 nautical miles out. There's another waypoint not shown, 2 nautical miles out.
2.22. QNH
There we go.
1009er. Transition level 130. Tower currently operating with limited capability. Expect delays on the north ramp. Advise on initial contact. You have information Golf.
Golf.
Chiang Mai International Airport. Information Golf. 2230 Zulu. Arriving and departing runway 36. Wind 220 at 6. Visibility 2. Rain. Mist. Broken at 2400. Temperature 24. Dew point 22. QNH 1009er. Transition level 130. Tower currently operating with limited capability. Expect delays on the north ramp. Advise on initial.
Okay, we now have information Golf. from our destination. I now have information Golf, winds 220 at 6, runway 36, temperature 24, dew point 22, QNH 1009er, transition level 130.
Got it, Captain. Information Golf received for Chiang Mai.
Should be making landfall soon. Not that we would be able to tell. Anyway, it's funny, you can kind of tell this plane is aging a little bit with some of the capabilities of the new ones. It'd be really nice if they could go back through and do some updates. I even like silly stuff, like I like to be able to push the test on the gas oxygen mask and have it, you know, just hiss. Like you could just make these buttons work, even if they don't particularly do anything. That doesn't seem to be moving. Alright, let's do a fuel check again. Okay, we got an hour and a half remaining. And we're hoping to arrive in about 36 minutes. Fuel use is going to die off when we're in descent, I hope. Yeah, you can, I mean, we're getting down to the dregs.
Yangon Center, Air France 198, flight level 320.
Air France 198, Yangon Center, roger.
I'm not sure where to see your VNav details. I guess we'll have to figure that out. Yeah, so we're just gonna be coming in. Okay, Rigta, Lassox. We're going to be around 8,000 here all the way down into the airport. Okay, we're passing by this VOR right now, which would be this one over here. It's weird they have two VRs here, like what the? So as we burned fuel, our engine percent has dropped. Keep us going the same speed. Kind of cool. Alright, looks like we got assigned gate 20, ILS Yankee 36, which is interesting. Let's see what that looks like. So I want to test this. Okay. Just make sure I can control it. Okay, that looks about right. When that's pointing to about, or from about, I guess, 260. Or 80 when it's pointing at 80 from 260. We should be at PUMAM.
Pilatus 0, Delta X-ray. Contact Yangon Center on 127.750.
Contacting Yangon Center on 127.75. Pilatus 750 Delta X-ray. Yangon Center, Pilatus 750 Delta X-ray. Good morning, maintaining flight level 450.
Alright, so...
Pilatus 0, Delta X-ray. Descend via PUMAM 2 Alpha to 6,500 into Chiang Mai. QNH 1009er.
Descend via Puma 2 Alpha to 6,500 into Chiang Mai. QNH 1009er. Pilatus 750 Delta X-ray.
Folks, we have left our cruising altitude and started our approach to Chiang Mai. Please return to your seats, stow any tables, and fasten your seatbelts. Thank you.
Okay, so what I really want to do is dial this to 13 and see where this arc is, and then I can shallow out my descent until that arc is where I need to be around 13.
Fly 1050, Yangon Center, roger.
Yangon Center. What I don't see, and what I was wondering about earlier, is what is my required vertical descent rate to get back on my vertical path that I missed originally?
Pilatus 0 Delta X-ray, contact Bangkok Control on 124.5.
124.5.
Bangkok Control on 124.5. Pilatus 750 Delta X-ray. Bangkok Control, Pilatus 750 Delta X-ray. Good morning. Descending flight level 380 for 6,500.
Pilatus 750 Delta X-ray, Bangkok Control identified, South Deca.
And again, we're expecting this to point at 80 when we are about at PUMAM. Well, that selected altitude arc thing is lying to me a lot. I have to keep diving steeper and steeper and steeper to make it. Alright, let's go ahead and get our lights on.
Zero Delta X-ray, contact MESOD approach on 120.65. Zero.
Contacting MESOD approach on 120.65. Pilatus 750 Delta X-ray.
We did not, in fact, make it.
MESOD approach, Pilatus 750 Delta X-ray. Good morning. Descending flight level 180 for 6,500.
Pilatus 750 Delta X-ray, MESOD approach identified. Good morning, expect the ILS Yankee runway 36 approach into Chiang Mai, and confirm you have information hotel.
Expecting the ILS Yankee runway 36 approach into Chiang Mai. Pilatus 750 Delta X-ray.
Oops. Okay, let's see. We don't want to get below 11,000 yet. Where is my VNAV? Okay, we need to stay at 11. You stay at 11 all the way to at least here. And then we can go down to 8. That's a very different number than I got elsewhere. We'll go with that one. Okay, if I go... Yeah, I should be able to go auto throttle on. Right there, 220, that's good. I'm not sure what heading they're going to give me, but nominally it's 271. And I'm expecting a descent down to 8,000 or 6,600. I'd like to get vectors about now. Why are you doing that? Good Lord. They are late giving us vectors here. MSFS approach, are we going to get vectors? 0 Delta X-ray.
Latest 0 Delta X-ray, turn left heading 260, vectors for the ILS runway 36 approach.
Left heading 260, vectors for the ILS runway 36 approach. Pilatus 750 Delta X-ray.
Latest 0 Delta X-ray, 15 miles from Charlie 362. Maintain heading 276, descend 3300 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 36 approach.
Maintain heading 276. Descend 3,300 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway, 36 approach. Pilatus 750 Delta X-ray.
Folks, we're beginning our final approach into Chiang Mai. Please turn off your electronic devices and stow them until we arrive at the gate. Make sure your tray tables are put away, your seats are in their full upright position, and your seat belts are fastened. The weather in Chiang Mai is currently 24 degrees with light drizzle. Our assigned gate is Terminal Gate 20. Thank you for your cooperation.
Okay, we're still thinking. Okay. Okay, we're gonna go direct to here. And arm approach mode. And go direct to there again. Okay, approach mode is armed, localizer is armed, glide slope is armed. Let's go ahead and go. Go flaps 1.
Pilatus 0 Delta X-ray, contact Chiang Mai Tower on 118.1.
Contacting Chiang Mai Tower on 118.1. Pilatus 750 Delta X-ray. Chiang Mai Tower, Pilatus 750 Delta X-ray. Good morning. Established on the ILS runway 36 approach.
Pilatus 750 Delta X-ray, Chiang Mai Tower. Roger, continue approach.
Gear down to help slow us down. Oh, we're never gonna make this thing.
Pilatus 0 Delta X-ray.
Localizer
Runway
captured.
36, winds 220 at 4. Clear to land.
Clear to land runway 36. Pilatus 750 Delta X-ray.
Okay, let's go. Autopilot off. Okay, we're full flaps, gears down. Let's go manual. I don't know why that has us so high there.
Approaching runway 36.
All right, here we go. Way too sensitive. I can't control pitch because it's so sensitive. Oh, right. Let's see. It would have been nice to make that exit.
Delta X-ray. Welcome to Chiang Mai. Contact ground on 121.9er.
Contacting ground on 121.9er. Pilatus 750 Delta X-ray. Chiang Mai ground. Pilatus 750 Delta X-ray. Good morning, clear to runway. Ready to taxi to the gate.
We're not clear of runway.
Pilatus 750 Delta X-ray Chiang Mai ground, taxi to terminal gate 20 via Echo Alpha Quebec. Good day.
Taxi to terminal gate 20 via Echo Alpha Quebec. Pilatus 750 Delta X-ray.
It says Alpha, but this is Echo. I don't know.
Folks, welcome to Chiang Mai. Did you know that Chiang Mai is known as the Rose of the North and is famous for its beautiful temples and rich cultural heritage? Thank you for flying with us today.
Approaching
Please remain
runway
seated until we have reached our
18.
final parking position. On behalf of your flight crew, thank you for flying with Air Virtual. The local time here is 9:18 in the morning.
Alright, flaps up, spoilers up, landing lights off, taxi lights on, seatbelt stay on, we don't need that, or strobe. And any anti-ice could come off, windshield heat can come off, bleeds stay on, everything else is good. Okay, Alpha, Quebec. Okay. Working with the big boys. So 30 is way back here. Sorry, 20, not 30.
Hotel Sierra Papa Oscar Zulu ready to taxi to the active for VFR pattern work. Hotel Sierra Papa Oscar Zulu taxi to runway 36 at your discretion.
Taxi to runway 36, Hotel Sierra Papa Oscar Zulu.
Spring 8512, contact tower on 118.1.
Going to tower Spring 8512, thanks.
Seatbelt lights off.
Ground, China Eastern Niner 639er, taxi to parking.
China Eastern Niner 639er, taxi to parking via Echo Alpha Quebec.
Echo Alpha Quebec, China Eastern Niner 639er.
Good God, where's my cursor? It has eaten my cursor. Okay. I don't know. It destroyed my cursor, so it doesn't work anymore. Oh, well, not the best, but we made it. Wasn't too bad. I don't know, some weird stuff happened there at the end with the auto throttle going away and not coming back on or something. Okay, see you next time. If I can do anything. I have no cursor on my computer whatsoever.